In the middle of nowhere, and probably out of time itself, a bunch of weird kids are getting together with one purpose: to figure out the definitive timeline of Jeff the Killer. If you're all about that, come join them in the border of Slumber, USA.
Well, welcome to the Border of Slumber USA podcast. I'm Phantom.
Hi, I'm Apollo.
I'm Bexy.
I'm like Queen, man.
That's it.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Yes, you did.
It's 8th of February. You know what that means? It's Shaggy month. Personally, I think every month should be Shaggy months. But if we spread his power out to the rest of the year, I don't think we'd have a planet to live on. So
No.
Because this episode is gonna be totally on date when we release it in like 1 month.
Yes.
oh yeah, it's not the 8th of February. It's date.
Welcome to the Border of Slumber USA, guys. So it's
It's just date.
It's
Date redacted.
insert date here.
Date redacted because Shaggy is an SCP. We just didn't know.
God damn it.
God damn it! Fucking memes already. Jesus.
Yeah, this
Bueno.
have already started. Tonight's story is I beat Jeff.
That was straight to the point.
I-
Okay.
I originally misread this story as I beat off to Jeff and thought it was another story from one of his not fangirls, fanboys, I guess. Beating their meat. Yeah.
Everyone knows the only one who can beat Jeff is Shaggy.
Yeah.
Off to a great start, guys. Off to a great start.
Amazing.
So, this story was written by, let me check, TheManOfMysteriousStories.
AKA.
We
Well,
know that's your username, Shaggy.
We know that's you, Shaggy.
That's a name and a half. I'm gonna do the author's note and then anyone can start. I beat Jeff. Author's note. This is an original story, containing some elements of the original ideas and of characters of others, such as Jeff the Killer. I do not take credit for such ideas or characters, nor do I claim to be the original creator of safe subjects.
Well, at least we know he isn't Mr. Creepypasta.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a very... kind of a serious intro for Jeff the Killer side story, to be honest.
Oh, God.
So we want to expect some very serious attempts at making a very serious and factual story, and it's gonna fail miserably, I think.
Have you ever No, I'm not gonna do the voice for the whole thing. It's just ridiculous.
Just for the
It's gonna be-
Have you ever heard of Jeff the Killer, the crazy maniac on the news who, as a teen, killed his family and carved his face? Well, I came face to face with him, guys. I was supposed to be one of his victims, but I wasn't. Zoinks! As fate would have it, I escaped. Yes,
He's telling this to the gang in the
yes,
car.
you heard right. I beat Jeff the Killer, and this is my story. So read the next bit. I'm not like that. Doing Shaggy's voice fucking just breaks me because there's only one being that can pull off that voice.
I can read it.
And it's saggy.
My name is Brooklyn Janice Barnes, and this
Wow, what a name!
all took place exactly 1 year ago to this very
Are
day.
they perhaps related to Bucky Barnes? And this isn't Shaggy Tall, but actually the Winter Soldier.
God damn it.
I mean, that's another person that could be Jeff, I guess.
Shaggy was a part of this.
I believe it.
Shove his metal arm right up Jeff's arse, and problem
There you
solved.
go.
This is actually Bucky's OC daughter.
Oh! Yes, this was the result of an Emprek fanfic.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God.
She's the love child of Bucky and Steve Rogers.
Yeah, their dad is
Steve
of
Rogers.
course.
Of course, I mean, who else? Dick Fury!
It was around 6 or so in the morning. I was asleep, all snuggled under the warm covers of my bed, when my best friend Sierra suddenly came pounding on my door.
Are you crazy? It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just got off my shift at work no less than an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm walking over here.
Christopher,
scolded.
it's Christopher
I'm walking
Walken.
here.
I'm Christopher Walken here.
I scolded. I worked at the town's local video store, Friendly Video,
Family Video.
Or
which happens to be
Blockbuster.
open 24 hours a day. Yeah, she works at
Rip.
Blockbuster 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't ask me why. It's S Video Store. It shouldn't be that way, I know. Anyways, after my scolding, Sierra quickly replied with, "You need to come over. Something weird is going on and it has to do with you." Then quickly rushed me out of my house and into her car.
Something weird is going on. It has to come with you. Can you provide context on the way, please? It's 6 in the morning.
As Athoth is about to wake up and we're all phasing out of existence.
Once we got into her house, she began giving me a tour through every room, as if I'd never been there
What?
before. Now, something you should note. Sierra lives with her 26-year-old brother, who happens to work at the video store with me. Of course, this being a year ago, he, at the time, was only 25, and Sierra and I were only 17. With all that being said, Sierra and her brother Nick kept a television in every room in their very big house. Yes, even the kitchen and the laundry room. Hell, even the bathroom had a TV.
What
They
is
live
this?
they live in like a paranormal activity house.
Oh my.
This is the what? No, I'm kind of imagining like,
Paranormal Jeff.
why would anyone have so many TVs? Like,
It's so they can watch Wheel of Fortune while taking a shit.
and most important question. Where do you put a TV in a bathroom?
On the,
Hopefully-
On the wall.
Obviously, on the
Hopefully it's-
wall, eye level away from the toilet, so that you can keep up on your. Because we've already established it, Jeff. It's in America, so I assume Wheel of Fortune. It's like the American version of The Chase. Which is another
pretty
popular game show from my part of the woods, my part of the Jeffrey Woods,
Jeffrey
if you would.
Whoa! Off with the great jokes.
It's
Oh,
it's not a.
Hey, gotta ask something. Kind of off topic, but is the audience for Wheel of Fortune in America or anywhere else where it plays? Is it that cringy, or is it just in Spain?
No.
Is there cringy Spanish version of
There's a
Wheel of
Spanish
Fortune?
version of Wheel of Fortune, and the audience is super fucking cringy.
Really?
They kind of forced to have they have chants for everything, and they kind of forced to follow every single one of them.
The reason,
Very stupid chants.
yeah, the reason why they're forced is because
The Illuminati?
No, I'm not gonna finish that
I'm
joke.
gonna say fucking saggy. I will fucking kick you out of this call. We can't date this episode anymore, please.
Okay.
Basically, you gotta sit down on the toilet, watch your Wheel of Fortune while eating your pepperoni hot pocket. Hopefully, none of the content fall in your junk, and that you're part of the Illuminati. Man.
As Sierra walked me through the house, every television was displaying a strange man that I've never seen before in my life.
It was Pat Sajak.
Going through the house, I heard some of the words and phrases the man spoke, like, sorry. There's a like there. I have to do it.
Okay.
Like, I heard some words and phrases the man spoke, like, you're not too bad yourself, and no time to explain. Just trust me on this and listen, man. Okay. I felt for this too. I got possessed by Shaggy again.
Oh God.
And at one point, I heard the words message, technologically, and DVDs.
But I got really scared at one point because DVDs are obsolete now. It's like, DVDs.
Old technology.
What is this ancient? What is this ancient technology? What is this?
I only heard of Netflix.
What is this iridescent disc? You telling me this iridescent disc contains information and knowledge? How can this be?
You telling me?
Are you some kind of wizard?
Are you telling me that there were movies on fucking pizza discs?
I I heard the man speak my full name. I ran out the house. Wow, that was pretty fucking quick. Like, can we mention? Sorry, I'm taking so many breaks, but can we mention how quick the plot is advancing? Like, it's fucking skipping parts for me. I'm feeling like it's going from scene to scene, like skipping things. It's just scenario, thing happens, scenario, thing happens, scenario, thing happens. It's super fast and super feels unnatural to read.
Clearly, the story was abandoned by God. Ugh.
There is only one God, and his and he proclaims the word of Zoinks.
Jinkies.
You stop that.
Jesus Christ!
What does Fred say?
Fred says fuck. He did that.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
Fred says, Daphne, you and I will go into the bedroom.
We'll investigate the house, gang. Oh,
We
jeez.
can't investigate the house, gang. They have TVs on every single room.
We'll investigate the kitchen table.
That's a thing I've never understood in movies. Like, people just bang on the kitchen table. Wouldn't you be afraid of, like, falling through it or knocking things off the counter? Like, you knock off a mug, the character response isn't just keep banging.
you're a
It's to
cat.
go, oh no, it's my favorite mug. Yeah.
Like, I imagine you'd clear off the table first.
Yeah, but like in movies, they just push it to the side because people are just, hoardier in movies than they are in real life. It's all those little things. That's just...
My God, we're going so many
If the cameras
tangents.
start rolling, it adds like +5 to horny.
Like, what producer would?
But got scared at one point. I heard a man speaking my full name. Like, I ran out of the house, sprinted to back. Like, so they drove to this house, so it's at least, it's not like a quick run away. Like, it's got to be more than 20 minutes away, walking distance.
Oh yeah.
If they're driving. So someone says her full name on a TV, and her response is in asking her so-called best friend what's going on. It's like, ugh! And then she just runs out of the house. She bolts it out of the house, runs back to her own house, which I assume is at least like an hour away. She just runs up the road and gets back to her own house. She's that frightened. Like, what?
That's a fucking long sprint, to be honest.
Well, clearly, since she's the child of Bucky Barnes and Steve Rogers, some of Steve Rogers' like superhero serum seeped into her body when she was born, so now she can run super fast.
I mean, that would explain so much stuff. Sierra had quickly followed after. Jesus Christ, Sierra can't do it, to be honest. Oh no, driving down the car in her... Wait. So Brooklyn or maybe...
That's how she can afford all. No, Sierra can afford all the technology in her house because she's Iron Man's daughter.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
Tony Stark seems like the kind of person that would watch TV on the toilet. Like, let's be honest. He does like middle. We've never seen anyone go to the toilet in a Marvel movie. Is like I've watched those movies religiously. Nobody goes to the. We've seen bathrooms, but we've never seen anyone go to the bathroom in those movies, or even in like the TV shows. I've seen like Man Avengers. Oh, for those listening at home, someone has just posted the words "Man Avengers Endgame is so weird." Oh,
I mean, come on, you gotta commit not feeling so good somewhere.
I'm not feeling so
Guys,
good reading this story, to be honest. Traffic
Not
down the road.
feeling so good.
We're in the fourth paragraph. We have to keep going, please.
Yeah, driving down the road in her car, urging me to get back inside and come back to her
Ran
place for the
over.
rest of the night. But I didn't listen and got back into my house at 6:25. Okay.
Why are they like I feel like this thing needs a timeline.
Yes. Sorry, I gotta mention something too.
Like this one story.
I gotta
needs
mention
a timeline.
something too. Sorry, I keep saying that we have to continue, but I have to say something every time. So this guy ran to his house after like a place that have to require like driving to it, and the person followed quickly after by driving.
car.
So this person fucking could outrun a car.
Okay.
This fucking
Okay,
son.
so the two alternatives that was come up with is that they're the love child of Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes, or because they beat Jeff, they're Shaggy, who is able to keep up with the Great Dane, which runs at 30 to 40 miles per hour, which is that's car speed if you're in a residential area. I don't know what the laws are in the United States, but in the UK, typical residential areas are between 20 and 30 miles per hour limit. You go over that, you hit a child, or the police, the bobbies come and they stop you. So,
The bobbies.
So
Better
if the laws are
idea. The love child of Winter Soldier and Steve Rogers is actually Shaggy.
Yes, I was about to propose that.
Oh no!
Or other proposal, she's been possessed by the ghost of Shaggy.
She's an avatar, Shaggy.
She's Shaggy's current vessel.
Host.
My God, this episode is gonna be eternal.
Shaggy the
Good.
symbiote.
We are Shaggy.
I was in a minute before I got through the door saying,
We need to get out of here now.
"Why?" I questioned. "What's so dangerous about my house all of a sudden?" I don't. That was trying to be walking. I think I fucked it up. Oh well.
It's clear.
All of a sudden.
Out of my house all of a sudden.
Clearly, her house is possessed and became the monster house.
Get away from there! Do you want to be eaten alive? I don't know.
Welcome to Reference the
it's a girl.
Podcast.
Yeah, honestly.
We have to chill down, please. At this point, Sierra started rambling on about how my life's in danger, and trying to explain to me that one or both of us could be killed if we didn't get out of there soon. I, not believing her, and at this point even thinking my own best friend had gone crazy.
Says the person
just
that
ignore
sprints down the sprints like an hour away, I assume, because someone on television says their name and talks about spooky DVDs. Yeah, but your friend who drives to your house at 6 a.m. and says, "We gotta go to my house quick because you might be in danger," she's the crazy one. Yeah, sure, I buy that.
I started to think that maybe my best friend Sierra, who has a TV in her bathroom, might be a little crazy.
She's just a really big fan of Wheel of Fortune.
At this point, I've been thinking my own best friend had gone crazy. Just ignored it and started heading to my room to go back to sleep. No, that's not what you have to do.
Don't go
the
to
Jeff
sleep.
story. Don't go to sleep.
Oh wait, no, shit, that's Jane, right? Fuck.
Before I could make it to my room, however, a knife swiftly flew past my head, just barely swinging a bit of hair off the back of my head.
Again, is this an anime?
Yeah.
Yes, every single time
Return to
there's
the
a
Mac.
knife throwing involved. In the kinda,
Yeah,
I
the first
love
ever
it.
story,
I love
the
this.
dad gets a knife thrown into his shoulder.
And then Clockwork got one, and now this.
I'm half expecting.
Yeah, John Chung got a knife in the shoulder.
I'm half expecting for just in one of these stories, Jeff throws a knife at someone and they catch it between two of their fingers.
They catch it with their teeth.
Oh God. That's the final ever, but it's like it's just like something from one of my Japanese animes.
It's like something from my Japanimations.
Hey, that's my line.
I heard a deep voice from inside the room, which spoke.
I must be off today. That should have been your head.
What? Oh God! We're so much talking about Infinity War. Jeff would have missed too.
You should have aimed for the head.
You should have gone for the head. He just snaps.
Snap.
He just snaps and like Jane starts to disappear. Jeff's like, no.
Snaps and half of the creepypastas just disappear.
I was Jack. I don't feel so good.
No, Lou.
Mr. Slenderman, I don't feel so good.
No, Lou's jacket disappears because remember it's living.
Oh,
He's like, oh.
knife, no!
He's like, what was my excuse for that? No problem, Lou, I don't feel. It's like jacket, no, like I don't feel so good. I don't want to go. Lou's just clutching his jacket. It's okay, jacket. I've got you.
I don't feel, Mr. Woods, I don't feel so good.
Guys, we're doing a podcast, please.
We are so bad at this.
So bad, please. Chill out with
I-
the Infinity War references.
Apollo
I-
reading.
That's the war
We're
part
doing
one.
a podcast, please.
I was reading, okay. I scream upon...
That's my walk-in scream. So, sorry, just adding up for effect.
Thank you.
Upon.
I screamed upon hearing this and ran back to get Sierra and leave the house. All of a sudden, I had this dark, hooded figure chasing me, and Sierra sprinted past me, locking her hands with the figures, holding him off while screaming,
Go, Brooke! Jeff is too fast! He'll make quick work of me!
Wait, how does she know her name? His name?
I mean, it's fucking Jeff the Killer.
That's true.
How many other hooded teenagers with fish faces are out there? Like, it's, Because
That is true, I guess.
because remember, he's already been here.
He'll make quick work of me!
He's a demon.
So you need to get back to my house where it's
I'll
safe.
hold him off. Get out of here! It's like, this isn't a creepypasta. This is an action movie.
Hold the Jeff! Hold the Jeff! Hold the Jeff! Hold the Jeff!
Jeff! Oh no. Wait, Sierra is Hodor?
I guess so.
Oh.
Yes, Hodor, the child of
This is very anime, and I'm kinda loving it. I sprinted as fast as I could out of the house upon hearing that. Jeff, as in Jeff the Killer, thank you for clarifying. He was in my house!
What other fucking Jeffs are there?
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my god!
Go.
Life finds a way. Go to sleep.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh god.
Jeff Jarrett of WWE.
He was in my house trying to kill me.
He was trying to suplex me.
Slap nuts!
RKO out of nowhere.
I mean, this is kind of like wrestling, they did a knuckle lock to stop him. I keep saying this every episode. This is the worst episode.
No, it's worse. If we're tying it into Marvel, it's Jeff Bridges. The Ironmonger has returned for his revenge.
God damn it. Ironmonger.
Okay, unrelated, but I looked up famous Jeffs, and Jeff is ranked as more famous according to this bullshit website than Jeff Goldblum. Isn't Jeff the Killer?
Jesus.
He's number 5. Jeff Goldblum is number 6 in terms of well-known Jeffs. And the
Fucking
and the
hell.
second one's a serial killer. So there's like, is that just it's a name curse?
Oh, that's fair enough.
Jeffrey Dahmer, the notorious.
It's
Jeffrey
pronounced
Dahmer.
Dahmer, you fucking fool.
I can't pronounce. But anyway. Jeff is too fast, blah 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 blah. Jeff is Jeff the Killer. No, Jeff Goldblum
It's too fast.
was in my house.
Jeff as in Jeff Goldblum.
He was going to be my murderer, but he had now become my best friend's killer. Needless to say, I was scared for my life at this point. You're not like worried about your best friend. You're just like, I'm scared for my life. Your best friend
Nah.
had sacrificed himself so that you could get away. You're just like, nah.
We keep talking about him, but both of these are women.
I mean, it's a 2 versus 1. I mean, maybe they know enough that 2 versus 1 is not enough to beat Jeff. But Jesus Christ, at least try.
He was going to be my murderer, but then he became my best friend.
And my lover.
Friendship never ends. If you want to be if you want to be my lover, you got to be my friend.
If you wanna be my lover, you first have to kill my friend.
A few moments later.
We had to take a fucking break.
Mm.
So, where were we?
With top speed, I got back to Nick and Sierra's house. Yep.
Nick Fury's house.
I'm here.
Come on!
Jeff, I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
No, that's Slenderman's. Jeff. Do you want to join the proxy initiative?
Oh yeah, of course, and the whole Pastiverse, the proxy initiative or basis of the Slender Mansion. And I went up the stairs into the next room with them, but you didn't stop to like lock the door or call for the police.
Nope.
Nah.
Resistance is futile.
Nick, stop the video! I demanded.
What?
Because Sierra said it had something to do with me, and she's probably dead. Now play the video.
Wait, my sister's dead?
The video says that you're the one. What?
Right. The video says you're the one that dies.
Just play the damn video. Hey. I urged, and with no further
Forget
questions,
about
he
it.
restarted to. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Yes, what the fuck is going on in this story?
I have never been more confused in my life.
Sorry, we have to
Not
take so
only
many
is this-
breaks because what the fuck?
What, like, your best friend's, and you're like, what? Your best friend has been murdered by a serial killer. Do you? A, it's like, no, okay, let's just tie the wheel of fortune. Your best friend has been murdered by a notorious serial killer and is known to the police. Do you? A, call the authorities for help. B, watch a stupid video. C, literally anything else. Please vote now.
C, run 40 miles an hour down the road.
Looks like Nick, your sister's been blasted to the Shadow Realm by Jeff.
As the video,
Oh no!
as the video started, the man came on screen and a dialogue started. Oh, so the man wasn't Jeff, it's someone else. Okay. My name is James, and I'm a simple, technologically savvy man whom specializes in
Is this like a dating profile?
I will not do the walk-in voice for this. I already done the walk-in voice for the other character. Whom specializes in editing DVDs like the one you're watching right now. I've burned this message for Brooklyn Janice Barnes onto a select DVD to warn her that if she does not leave her house by exactly 6:30 a.m. on October 21st, 2012, she will be killed.
Good, we got the date.
Okay, what the fuck? We got the date.
Yeah.
Holy
Wait, guys.
shit, yeah,
The
holy
exact
crap.
time, date, and fucking
Shut up.
year.
Shout out to whoever the hell wrote this.
Guys, we know James is tied to Doctor Strange. He went into the future and viewed
I
Janice.
I've seen over 1 million scenarios.
Which one we won?
One or whatever.
We can try.
Suddenly, the man stopped talking and made the comment, "You know, on second sight, this guy
Wait,
isn't
what?
creepy. He's kind of cute." The man on the video.
What?
The man on the
No,
video.
sorry.
What? James is confirmed pansexual because we've established Jeff as a fish. So
That's true. This has more representation than most
No.
Hollywood movies.
And I made a comment, and I'm so this is Brooklyn,
Oh,
James
my bad.
is the cute one.
We read it wrong. It was,
Okay.
and it's like,
okay.
oh my god, how does this man know that I was gonna die? Like, what a chisel face.
Yo, he looks a lot like Chris Evans.
oh no, I missed. I had a brain fart. It's Brooklyn going.
Is that Chadwick Boseman?
You know, on second thought, this guy isn't creepy. He's kind of cute.
Okay.
The man on the video spoke again. Thanks for the compliment. You're not
Hello?
so bad yourself, Brooke. What?
What?
It's like Blink from Doctor Who. Jeez, it's like
Yeah,
it's
he's
a fucking episode. It's like you know, it's written it down somewhere.
I told you from the future.
I'm trapped in the past, Martha. That's oh my. So we've got into fucking Doctor Who
Jeff
territory
is
here.
the 14th Doctor, confirmed.
Oh Jesus! Just Jodie Whittaker just gets Jodie Whittaker gets bleach poured on her. She regenerates into Jeffrey Woods.
Everything is Jeffoverse.
The man paused as I looked at TV. Wait, did you just talk to me? I asked. Can you hear me? Yeah, this is a ripoff of Blink from Doctor Who. Except instead of the Weeping Angels, it's fucking Jeff the Killer.
It's fucking Chris Evans.
This is that scene from the Tommy Knockers.
James spoke again. I was using like a text every with this guy. Yes, I did respond, but no, I can't hear you. Look, I can't really explain how this is happening. It's a great big ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Or in my case, how it happened. But I'm correct. You're next house right now, are you not?
Hello, Jeff from the Overwatch team.
As James responded, I replied with, yes, Sierra was just murdered.
That meant your friend was murdered.
Oh, this is gold. I'm gonna write this all down. We'll be rich.
Jesus.
What? What is going on?
Nick, your fucking sister's
Your fucking
dead.
sister's been sent to the Shadow Realm.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Sierra.
Nick, your sister has literally just been murdered. There's a guy apart. There's a fucking Time Lord talking to you, and your reaction is, "We'll be rich." You fucking monster! What the actual hell is wrong with you? grabbing a few sheets of paper and
Wait,
pencil, stood right
no,
down.
hold on. We'll be rich. Don't you have a TV in every room of your house?
Yeah.
Yes!
Grabbing a few sheets of paper, pencil, stood right the whole conversation down in script form. This is a rip-off of Blink, because that's exactly what they did in the episode, because the doctor who was trapped in the past, but also speaking to the... Look, it's not fucking wibbly-wobbly timeline, but anyway, so what they wrote down in their conversation to the doctor was what he got when he went back from the future, when they met him, to when he got trapped by the Weeping Angels. This is just fucking, like, they just replaced the Weeping Angels with Jeff the Killer. That's all the story is, except the characters in that story were likable. They weren't psychopaths.
Guys, I now understand why there's an author's note telling that contains some elements of the original ideas and characters of others.
Hey,
I-
hey guys.
This is a crossover episode, I
This
guess.
is more confusing than the plot of Kingdom Hearts.
I turned around and all of a sudden, the Statue of Liberty. It was Jeff the Killer.
Jeff got noted!
No!
I want him to stomp on me.
Goofy, we have to stop Homicidal Lou. He's trying to kill everyone that's happy, and considering the fact that Disneyland is the happiest place on the planet, he's come here on a murder spree. We have to stop Homicidal Lou before it's too late. No, eventually Disney will buy everything, including the rights to all the creepypasta characters, so they will be included in like Kingdom Hearts 14 or Kingdom Hearts.
They have like a Slender Woods world.
No, it'd be Kingdom Hearts 3.1248.
Yes! Oh, you beat me too. I was going to make that joke. To which James spoke again. Third screen conversation down in script form, to which James spoke again. Yes, by Jeff the Killer. James paused again, and I asked, "Who are you? And how do you know all this?" I got the walking back. Yay! James once again began to speak. No time to explain. Just trust me on this and listen. Jeff is coming. And you'll need to know and you two need to get to the one place he would never expect to find you. His old, oh my god, his old house.
You fool! That's where he lives. That's where he lives.
Directions are popping up on the screen now. He goes back to his old house in like 4 of the stories.
Also,
Goofy Donner, we have to go to Agrabah again!
there's another settlement that needs your help. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Fucking Jeff is coming. You two need to get the before the coordinates showed. I quickly asked, "How do you know exactly what to say if you can't hear me?" To which James replies, holding a script. I'm actually going to try and do your 10th, Doctor. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I had a feeling you asked, and the answer is I have a transcript of what you'll say before my hand. Beforehand, right here in front of me in your conversation. Now go, Alonzo. James is James is a Time Lord. There's no doubt about it. If that isn't the twist in the end, I will be more disappointed in the story than my own parents are in me. I'm kidding. It's just one that's disappointing.
I began to ask.
But how did you get that script?
But before I could finish, the directions popped up on screen, and James had been done speaking and never said anything beyond that point. I quickly rushed Nick, who could...
He did say one thing about not blinking, but I think I missed. No, whatever you do, don't look away, don't turn around, and whatever you do, don't blink.
And whatever you do, remember, he can't blink.
That's true.
Jeff is the ultimate weapon against the Weeping Angels. That's why there's a Time Lord involved. He's trying to get Jeff to fight them. I quickly rushed Nick, who couldn't stop babbling about how cool this was. Oh my god! Nick's just like, oh my god, my sister's dead.
Yes.
That means I'm getting all the will money.
Please.
What a fucking monster.
The author even fucking points how big of a dick Nick is, despite the fact his sister, my best friend, was probably long since dead. Out of his house and into the cars, I memorized the directions to Jeff's old...
I like the idea. I kind of want it to be like Sierra isn't dead, and like in the final confrontation, she just runs Jeff over with her car.
Hey, we're almost We're almost done. What the fuck?
The final paragraph. Final
Final
paragraph.
paragraph.
They're not going to be able to explain Time Lord science in the final paragraph. What is this?
They're gonna explain anything.
Clearly, this is just a continuation of a no sleep story.
Upon arriving to Jeff's old house, it looked quite old from the outside,
I like
abandoned.
the wait. It says we arrived at Jeff's old house. It
Cool,
looks
it's
old.
quite old.
Quite old from the outside, abandoned. A dusty old doormat placed by the front door. The house was beat up and severely damaged, and the grass hadn't been cut in years. Inside, there were old, dead plants. The furniture was covered and preserved in plastic, and there was absolutely no heat or electricity. Regardless, Nick and I stayed not only the night, but the entire week in that house alone, only ever leaving to get snacks and drinks to live off of at the nearby gas station. So here I am. A year
What the fuck is
later,
this, the fucking apocalypse?
Jeff has long since left the area, and I am living with Nick. He and I are now the owners of the video store and work the same shift. Oh, when I ran into James earlier today, well, oh my god! I just remembered, in Blink they fucking worked at a video store. That was the guy, not Sally Sparrow, but the guy in that story, the fucking bearded fellow.
Jesus
They worked at a
Christ.
fucking video store. Literally, he's gonna be walking. If James walks past here with a bow and arrow and a companion next to him, like I swear to God. Then it's a video store. Oh, and I ran into James earlier today when I shifted video store. Funny thing is, he didn't know who I was. And when I brought up the situation from a year ago, he didn't have a clue what I was talking about. So I got the scripts that James wrote of a conversation between James and I and showed them to him, and he explained exactly what happened, and he still didn't remember. Regardless, he asked for the scripts and mentioned that they were very intrigued in my story. I still wonder how I ever got the scripts. After all, he claimed I've never seen him since I gave them to... that is the ending to fucking Blink! Because...
Wait, how'd you beat Jeff?
But like, they beat Jeff because they escaped him, I guess,
okay.
and they talked to, like, the doctor, I guess, because the doctor's name... I don't know what the fake name is for a Jodie Whittaker
John
doctor, because
Smith.
you can't really go
John
for
Smith.
she can't really go with John Smith. John Smith. It just is, and John is eerily close to
I can't
James.
fucking believe
And then
this.
the fucking ending. No, I'm shitting you not. In the ending to Blink, it cuts to at least like several months later. Sally Sparrow and the guy from that story work at a video store together that they now own, and the doctor just happens to walk by, and that's when Sally Sparrow's like, "Here's like." This script, I need to get, you told me to give it to you. And the doctor's like, I don't know who you
God,
are, but it's
fuck.
nice to meet you, Sally Sparrow. And that's when he runs off
I can't
and gets
fucking
trapped
believe this.
in the 1960s. This story is a ripoff of Blink. It's like the most blatant ripoff of Blink.
Fucking
Take
hell.
a breather. Like, what are the comments?
Oh my god.
There's three comments, and the second one by Dr. Stash 65. That whole thing where the guy on the video replied to Brooklyn reminds me of the Doctor Who episode Blink. The whole thing reminds me of the Doctor Who episode Blink.
It's because their name is Dr.
No,
Dr.
he's the
Stash
doctor.
65. The doctor.
I like
doctor.
the comment underneath it with this Jeff, the ridiculous shit's getting really irritating.
So,
A fandom! Because that's in capital letters, remember? A fandom user! Insert I'll bleed scream scare music here. Dang, even for a bad one, 7 out of 10.
why would you rate this 7 out of 10?
It was literally a ripoff of a Doctor Who's episode.
So, guys, can we have like a chill conversation right now? We have to take calm, to be honest. We have to address this. We have to address the fact that we just read a creepypasta story that's literally a Doctor Who episode replacing the Weeping Angels with Jeff the Killer.
We just read a Doctor Who fanfic.
Also,
We don't find out what happened to Sierra, so she might have run him over with his
Also, the title is a lie. He never fucking beat Jeff. He just ran away. She just ran away.
You are a fucking liar. You are a fucking liar, Brooklyn Janice.
Okay, so the author, The Man of Mysterious Stories, you are a fucking liar. So, yeah, this story is really bad. Let's be critical for one moment. Let's do like this story.
Oh,
What?
shit, guys. I looked up more details in Blink. The guy that Sally Sparrow partners up with is called Larry Nightingale, and he is the brother of her best friend that goes
God
missing via the
damn
Weeping
it.
Angels.
Oh my god!
I just had to like look that up. So it is not. It is like it's.
It's just the
it's
episode.
just- it's not
It's
even
just
trying.
the episode. But Jeff,
It's just the episode.
Fucking
It's just
hell.
the poor man's Blink. Stephen Moffat looked at this and just that's when he stopped writing for Doctor Who. He's like, right, that's it, I quit.
I can't wait for the Jekyll spin-off, but featuring
Fuck.
Jeff the Killer.
Oh my god. So this guy here, it's like 7 out of 10. Their name is the Master of Badness. Guys, I figure, the Master.
God damn it.
my God, let's not become a
One, two,
Doctor
three,
Who
four.
fan cast, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. The drums.
We didn't do it
The
on
drum.
purpose. It just happened. It was thrust upon
But
us.
Apollo and the drums. Can you not hear the drumming? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh god.
This is officially the worst fucking episode we've done because this is the fucking worst story we've read. This is bad, really bad.
You say that every week.
This is bad, and the author. I hope
Um.
that the author became a better author with time. Like,
Yeah.
stop it stealing other stories and just changing characters. Because wow, this was a surprise.
I hope the author became an author. Like, we're so lucky that someone like was able to
Yes.
catch that.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm a sucker for that era of Doctor Who. It has like some of the best
Yeah,
episodes, and
man.
Blink is definitely up there because it's terrifying, and this past it is awful
The
because
Weeping-
it tries to replicate Blink, but it's just
It
Jeff
tried
the
to
Killer.
it tried to replicate Blaze. Like, oh, I'm gonna like. I have no problems with someone basing their story off of another story,
This
but
is
like,
just the episode.
if like this is like
It's-
so not the right character to do a sci-fi story off of.
Unexplained time travel.
Jesus, I mean, do you know what this means? Our fucking joke theory about Clockwork and Ticket Dobby is not possible. Fuck!
Ah, I fucking poked my eye. Ah.
I am
No, she has
super
a
relieved
clock in her eye because she uses it to time travel.
I-
Sunderman's a time machine.
that this gave us like an actual date. I'm actually very happy.
Guys,
with
I'm
that.
done. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, so we know that this like nonsense time travel story where it takes
I mean,
place
at
in the
least
timeline.
The
at
only
least,
thing this story does is that it literally spells out when the fuck it happens. It just happens in where was it? In October 21st, 2012 at exactly 6:30 a.m. That's going like that in
I would say. So it's like easily to recognize the fact it's just a knockoff of Blink. But I have a better. It's called I Beat Jeff, but I have a better title for this
Stare.
episode.
Please share it.
I
Let's
can't-
close
I-
it with
I
this.
I can't blink because I cut off my fucking eyelids.
That is a better title. Let's be honest. That is
I
a better
can't
title.
blink.
Can't blink.
I can't blink.
Fuck.
I
I
have
have no
no eyelids.
eyelids. Why
Mine
must
must blink.
blink?
I have no eyes and I have no eyelids and I was blink.
That's the episode's title, right?
Yes.
Yes, and the closing line because this has been going for too long. Jesus Christ, let's never do something like this again.